Hello everybody. Yeah, we came again. My name is Young Chocolate.
And my name is Sammy.
Yeah, so we're just here to discuss a little bit about how the police is acting, in this country. It's really been very sad and not good. But it's kind of getting people mind, especially young children that are coming up, the generation that is coming up. It's not good to see stuff like how the police is acting to people. They're supposed to protect people, but not to kill people. I think if the police they're trying to engage the community, people that cannot act bad to them, it's because the police already put that mind to people that every time people see them, they know that it's something like it's not good. So that image of the people to see the police, they think police is bad. It's because the police want to choose that way, so people they can have that kind of mind. So we're here to talk about our brother that just got killed by the police, and we know how these things, it was really crazy and impact the whole world. It's because, we all equal. We created by God, and God is one give us life to live, and we all die the same. We all bury us the same. So we're gonna be, we bleed the same. We even speak the same because they speak and we speak, so it's the same thing. So we're here to discuss a little bit, and as my young brother, I bring him because he's young and he see all these things happening today, and how his mind, like what is coming in his mind when he see how the police acting to people the way they acting in this situation of killing black people, stopping people, and people they not resist, but they still acting bad. Young kids like 10 years old, 14 years old. So we just sitting here and discussing, trying to see what's his mind, what's his idea when he sees stuff like that, because he's too young and he's coming up, he's in school, and when he see all these things, and what is his mind, so what is thinking in his mind. So he's here, and I would like him to open his mind and speak to see what he's thinking.
Police kill black men is not right, and now we black people and other people is having to protest because things that police are doing, like they're supposed to serve our country, protect us, not kill other human beings for innocent things. And I'm still in high school, and seeing stuff like that can make children younger than me scared and stuff. And yeah.
So what do you think, like every time, what do you think when, like in case, let me say, you at the street, you like sometimes I know you go to buy some snacks at the store. So what do you think when every time you see the police, let me say example, like you at the store, you buy something at the store, and the police, it just maybe walk inside the store, what the first thing come in your mind as a black person?
That take off my hoodie, keep my hands out of my pocket, and sometimes I just like show cash so they know that I'm not trying to steal from the store, and know that I have money to be able to purchase the item that I want.
So pretty much every time you see the police walk in the store, you have that fear to think like, you have to make sure you don't have your hands in the pocket, and make sure your bag is not, you're not doing any kind of bad movement, because in your mind you really think that they're gonna think as your collar, so they think like you just there to steal, right? Yeah. So what do you think every time when you think like these things will happen? The police got his brothers, foot in his neck for 8 or 9.5 minutes. That the man was crying. He needed water. He can't breathe. And to make bad is when the man, even crying, call his mom. When you see that video like that, what did you feel when the police could let somebody just die just like that in your age and watch the video? Because I know this thing is all over. Anybody could watch the video. what the first thing you think every time you see these things happening, and you are a young child and you're a young kid and you're at the school and you're trying to become somebody tomorrow? What do you think you could do to be able to become better?
The best thing we can do right now is just protest and get better things out of it. The things that I've seen is very emotional. Just seeing police killing black people. First it was in Georgia, and now it just happened in Minneapolis. Like, I don't blame other people for looting. I know it's bad, but like, we need to be heard, and yeah.
So I think for me, I think it's just wrong, for me to see the video that, somebody just, to sit there and he's crying for the water, and not to give him the water, and he's say he can't breathe, and to make it sad is when you see the other police, they cannot even trying to help, trying to tell their own police that, don't do that. It's at least even they could engage themselves in the situation like that, because taking somebody's life, man, is really something is really not good. Because for me, my opinion, it doesn't matter who the person is, white, black, Mexican, it doesn't matter, I cannot just take somebody's life when I know somebody need water, is asking for the water, and this guy is begging for his life, and we still have to have that heart of, and for me to see the police officer, he could stay at somebody's feet and just let him person die like that. It's really told me a lot. I came to this country long time ago, and that's what I'm trying to help my young brothers here, every day trying to explain to them that how you need to be to become better, So, and things like this, they really need to stop, because this country, we don't know this country like that. When I came here, I was really young and I went to school, and I never see things like this the way it's impacting now, because now it's become like the police, they just do whatever they do, and the reason why they keep doing is because nobody take decision of it, and nobody just trying to say, why we keep see this happening. I mean, sometimes mistake happen, but if somebody doesn't resist arrest, why should you even try to take advantage of that person because of his color? That's very wrong. Like I said, God created us even, and we should not be treat the other person different. Those things is going to be always there, but sometimes we have to try. And I think for me, for us to be able to become all these things is when the black people, any color community, they come together, they come together and trying to say enough is enough, because people, they're not going to know your pain to when you speak. When you speak, that's what people know what you need. So if you don't speak, or if you don't be as one core, as one mind, as unit together, support one another, it's hard for somebody to even help you when they don't see you guys yourself to be as one, as community, So yeah, it's kind of sad. So go back to my young brother right here. I'm really want to see what he think, what he think that is good for people to see you and judge you by the color, because he's young and it's a generation that is coming up. So we've been see those things, but for him, he's grown up. They can end up reach to that situation. So I'm trying to figure out, what do you think that the generation come is growing up? What can he do for his mind? What do you think is good for him to do to fix some of this problem? Go ahead.
The best thing that I can do right now is, stay inside because it's quarantine, but we can still go out and protest and help other people. We'll help Black lives get equal rights. I'm a black student myself, and not that many people think that black people can succeed. They just think that they're out in the streets with no dads and stuff. Like, that's the reason people don't have dads, because police are killing black people for no reason. Sometimes they're just killing innocent black people, knowing that they have families and parents that they want to go back home to. Like, how do you think their parents or the mom and dads would feel knowing that your child just got killed for no reason?
Yeah, so what do you think when, let me say, you just said that's really interesting. So what do you think, let me say, I know you guys not in school right now. The school is not open, and all these things that they be going on. So what do you think when the school open and you guys go back to school, and you're gonna be always work with people there that the different, tribe and different colors. So what do you think will come in your mind when you see all these things that they going on right now?
The school that I attend right now is very diverse. It has many different students from different places of the world. So I don't see no racism at my school. So I feel safe at the school that I go to. There's a lot of black students there. There's Mexicans, there's white, and there's just other people from different countries, and I feel safe at the school that I go to.
Okay, yeah, so that's really good, because I think it's really tough to see all these things happening, and nobody even think like what is happening is not right. Most people do, but it's kind of funny to see even some people think like, what is happening is not right, and some people think is right. So what do you think for those people think like what is happening right now is okay, steady to do things so we can stop it, but some people think like it's okay to just let it continue?
It's not okay, but like what he said, we all bleed the same, we all die the same, and we're all humans. But I don't think they should treat someone differently because of their color. And being back to past, black people were treated way differently back then. There were slaves and stuff, and now we come to this, it's just like people have different feelings.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's very wrong, because I think for me, like example I could give, I think it's gonna. I don't think this could happen when I'm at work and see other brother person, like white person that is is bleeding and he need a medical, and I just sit him there and bleeding die. I don't think I could do that. I think I could help, because this person I'm not helping because of saying no this. No, I'm helping because he's a human just like me. He bleeding just like me, think just like me. So it take a time to ever understand these things, and it's really things that are scary. But if, like I say, if we don't stand and see what's the problem is, and we just keep blame this person, it's not gonna help. With that, come together and trying to see how we could do to help one another. If something is wrong, it doesn't matter what color you're in, don't agree with that. If something is wrong, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, don't agree with it. If something is right, that you see what they do is right, then it doesn't matter where you come from, agree with that and say, okay, I understand that this will happen, and let's try to fix it and move on. So let me come with other things, because I saw the other video. I think this week or the other week, when I don't know if you see that video, that there was the white dude that is 65 years old. I believe that it was I think something that you have to involve with the police. And what I saw is like he was trying to talk to the police about something, but then the police pushed the 69 years old, and after he pushed the 69 years old, and that 69 years old person, he fell down and started bleeding. So instead the cops to help him, they left him there, and I think there was in charge of those cops, the lieutenant, the sergeant that was there, but they let the man sit there, 65 years old. He could be old enough to be your grandpa, my grandpa, but to see that age of 65 years old, that you push it and the man fell and bleeding. And because the police, they have a strong physical that they do, and for push that 65 years old, I'm sure it could like even bleeding more. And to see them leave the person there bleeding and walk away, what do you think about stuff like that? That's all that behavior of the police is keep doing it.
I don't think the police are doing their job, because the man was just asking a question, and yeah, the man was white, and they just pushed him. They all just walked past him, seeing him bleeding on the floor, and that stuff is not right, because those police are supposed to help us and serve our countries from bad things. And right now, I'm thinking that the bad things to them are black people and innocent people, because I don't see why they would just be pushing old men to the floor.
Yeah, it's really, I saw that video and I couldn't understand why you could even push 65 years old, it could have been even the police that pushed that man, it could have even, his power is that age, to push a man like that and fell down and bleeding. And I'm asking myself too many questions. Is this police, they have a heart of the person or they have a heart of lion? Because the lion, when you see in the jungle, it doesn't matter who you are, it just attack you. So that's what I'm thinking, because the man is even 65 years old and you like 30 cops. He cannot even do anything to all of you guys up there, but you choose to push the man, and when you push the man, he fell, he's bleeding, you let him, not even trying to say, not even a lieutenant, not even a sergeant trying to say, let's pick him up and see if he need a medical. You just leave him there hang. That's totally wrong, that's wrong. And that's all these things, that's the way he make to the police to look bad, and he make the people scare the community, the police, because it's the way they behave that they're doing. Sometimes they put a report that is not good to make themselves to look good. So now the other thing that I see in the news is like when the police write a report, they say that the man is just, he didn't. They didn't even push him, he just slipped and fell, and just fell for not pushing. So what do you think when the police is do something wrong, then when it came to the report, that they write the report and they even lie to the report? So do you think it's good for the law enforcement to lie, but not for other people to lie?
I don't think that stuff is right, because in the video you can clearly see the man pushing him and all of them just walking over. And if he did slip, I don't see why not help him up and see if he need medical attention or anything. But at the jury, they always make you put your right hand up and swear you tell the truth and stuff like that. But I don't see why you're trying to make us tell the truth and the police itself is lying to other human beings. Like, that stuff is not right.
Yeah, it's not right indeed. It's not right. So I have this question that when you said that, it just came to my mind that I need to ask you. So what do you think the police that choked the black dude and he got caught in the video? The video, they says the video doesn't lie. So now, what do you think that police should be charged? That should be the time that they need to do a trial and trying to figure out like all these mental things, because it's already in the video. So it doesn't nothing that like the evidence is there as in the video. So what do you think that is the right things to do to be able to judge this police and to charge him?
I think they should have charged him right away, because pretty much everyone knew who killed George Floyd, and I don't think you should have a trial for that. You should just sentence him for third degrees of murder, because that person was innocent. I know he didn't do nothing wrong. I think it was something about him doing a paycheck, and the fact that he couldn't breathe, he should have got it off his neck and stuff.
Yeah. So I think you're right, and I think it's wrong. So do you think they should kill somebody because of bring the fake check? I think I heard it was like $20. I think I don't know how much it was. I'm not sure, but I heard it was about some things have to do with a check for $20. But do you think even $20 is not a crime? What do you think like is good to be able to charge somebody with the $20?
No, I think they should have just talked to him, ask him like what's going on instead of putting him on the floor and stuff. I think when he fell down, I think it was a heart attack, and then after that, that's when the man got on his neck and he couldn't breathe and stuff, asking for help and stuff. Yeah.
So do you think it's okay? So the things that these people did because of this death, somebody got killed with the police, so they think like it's enough. So all these things going on, they break the stores and trying to do all kind of stuff that they need to do to be able to, so their voice they could be heard. So do you think the problem is the people that break his stuff, or maybe you think the problem is where the things started should be happen in the first place for all this mess to happen? Go ahead.
Um, I don't know how to respond to that.
So you think like what they was doing for all these things, because for people to act like this, to break all the store and do all kind of these things, is because of what happened. If the police didn't kill that man, we was gonna have all this problem. So but why people they blaming, they say people they should not break in the store, and understand that it should not be good to break his stuff. But don't you think in the other side it's like if the police didn't do this, maybe this was gonna have this problem?
If police were not killing black people, we would not have this problem. You know, like back then, KKKs was killing black people and stuff. You didn't see police complaining about that. But when you know, when the Martin Luther King, when they were marching back then, they destroyed millions worth of buildings, but and they were able to repair this stuff. But you know, now people are just looting Target. I'm pretty much sure Target is not gonna be affected just because people are looting it. Maybe if the police weren't treating black people like this, we won't have to be protesting for equal rights and stuff. You know, we weren't just protesting because of George Floyd. George Floyd was a reason why we're protesting now and looting.
Okay, so my understanding is, you know, if police didn't act this way, this problem was gonna happen. And I think that's, if we look at it, that's true, because, you know, if the police they behave, it wasn't pretty good, and they say, okay, he says he can't breathe, and they give him the water, then later on they figured out what happened, what was the problem. I think all these problems, so people are looking what break down, why it was happened to be a mess, but people they don't understand where the problem start. The problem started, so people are tired. And if you look, majority of the people that they was doing this, it's not only one colors. Everybody that they tired with these things, and they just tired with the police why they keep doing this to people. And reality is happening on and on and on and on and on. Nobody trying to fix it. Even the government doesn't try to fix anything. So now people complain about the president that he didn't speak. The president didn't speak anything. Do you think it's good if sometimes things happen wrong and the president even take time to speak? Because what I see, instead of him to say like, you know, what happened was wrong, maybe to put a tough law on this force policemen, men that they keep treating people bad. So he released the National Guard to be able to go to tell people to stop what they're doing. What do you think was the best things the President Trump he should do?
He should change. Well, they did change the law, or in some states, to where choking holds are not allowed anymore, and LAPD down in California, they did something with the money to help us too, and things that Trump himself could have did was change the laws, and you know, if they just give black people equal rights and stuff like that, we won't have to be protesting anymore. But if they're not going to do that, then we're just going to keep protesting and maybe start looting even more places.
Okay, so that's good. Don't you think like it's good for people, for the police to be having with the camera, body camera? Don't you think it's good for every time the police is around somewhere, they have to have that body camera to be able to?
Yeah, I think
to have evidence and stuff, whatever's happening, not to shut them off, because I feel like I heard like every time the accident happen, they usually turn them off. So don't you think like they should have the law that make those police, no matter what they do, that body camera should be on every time they pull over somebody before they leave, they get in the patrol car, they need to have the body cameras on.
Yeah, I think they should have those body cameras on, because it'll be easier to find the evidence, and stuff like that, and things that just happened to George Floyd. Pretty much the world had a clearer and better image of what happened if they just had their body cameras on. And I don't think they should be able to turn it off when, when they got the person they wanted and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we take the time to try to explain ourselves, to see how my little brother is thinking when things like this happen, because this is the generation for tomorrow, and we're trying to see what's the mind when these things like this happen, when all these things come true. Because I always give him advice, just do the right things and focus to school so you can become somebody tomorrow, because this is the generation for tomorrow. So thanks for everybody to watch, and appreciate it. So we have more video coming up. You could check the videos on we're gonna post it soon, the video, and please take the time to comment the video and tell us what you think about the video, so we can be able to do more, encourage us, so we understand that what we do is good. So we're gonna continue to do this for the community, so it could help our young brothers like them to become somebody, and to understand that we need to come as a unity and trying to do something ourselves about our children, about the community. It doesn't matter which color you are, just do right things to everybody that you need the help up there, and that's what America is about. America is about people coming together and support one another and put a mind together and believe that God is always there, and mostly we need to search God more. Sometimes things happen is because the reason it happened because we didn't take the time to try to search God and try to pray and seek His face, and so we can understand like why these things happen. Maybe it's a call God is making us to wake up. So thank you again for everybody to watch, and yes, thank you everybody for watching the video, and make sure you subscribe the video. So let me know how you like the video, and we got more to come. So it's about just encouragement. We just trying to encourage you, our young brothers, so they can be able to do things right. We don't want to see this generation grow up and have a fear for them to go even outside, have a fear of every time they see the police officer, they think something's, is something wrong that will happen to them. So, it's good for everybody goes out, and when they see the police officer, they see the police officer as people just like everybody else. So, and that is going to take a time, but the things that we need to do is for the police officer to engage with people, for them to not always have that mind of thinking wrong about them. But yeah, it's not all the police officers bad, but now people, they have a mind that every police officer is bad because the way they're treating the other people. So stay tuned for more video and more to come.